Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got a 2014 Elantra GT. So first, customer complained about intermittent starting issue. When it does start, the cluster is off, speedometer works, but tachometer does not work, and traction control warning light is on. And the second complaint was shifter being hard to move ever since the engine replacement. So they did, in our shop we did a engine replacement on September 2021, right? So got my scanner here. Okay, so I did scan, and we got this history codes for a yaw rate, G sensor signal, the scan signal error ECM, and ignition voltage and everything, right? So this one for sure, especially the scan signal error ECM, can cause that, for no start, right? And also for that shifter, that can also cause a no start, because if the computer doesn't know if it's in park, right, or neutral, it won't start the vehicle. So right now I don't think that this is normal. It's a little bit stiff, but it's still moving, right? Now we can see in our cluster that, okay, I can go to reverse, neutral, drive. So for the first complaint, we're gonna focus first on this shifter issue, right? What I can think of this right now is this is mechanical issue. So to eliminate if it's between the transmission side, right, or on this side here, we're gonna go to our transmission range switch, right? There's a cable there that attaches to the transmission. So we're gonna try to disconnect that. We'll do a visual inspection, since allegedly that since the engine replacement this stuff happens, right? So let's open the hood and then let's do some visual inspection, and we'll see from there. Okay, so now we're in our engine bay. Okay, let's just remove this guy here. Let me grab my flashlight. Let's just do visual inspection first. Let's see what we have. Okay, so nothing is out of ordinary. So what we're gonna do next is let's gonna remove this air box here, and we're gonna access through that transmission range switch, and we'll try to move the shifter again once we disconnect it. Just gonna put that aside. Remove this airbox assembly. Okay. So let me adjust the camera and see. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is our transmission range, which is, that's what signaling the cluster that if it's in park, neutral, reverse, and drive, right? So we're going to disconnect this cable. It's a 12 mm. So since you're there now, Just gonna move this cable aside. Okay, so one way is we can check this guy here, because this is the one that's turning this whole lever here, right? So far it's moving freely. Okay, so next is we're gonna move our lever here. So make sure just put it's either you put it in a emergency parking brake or you hold on the tires, right? Because we're gonna put it in neutral. We're just gonna go through the ranges from park. Right now it's in park. So what's next on park is reverse, neutral, and drive. So we're just gonna move this. Right? Okay, this is neutral. That's reverse. That's park. Reverse, neutral, drive. So we're just gonna go check now inside if the shifter is freely moving. Okay, so we disconnected that cable. We're just gonna move this guy here. Let me just ignition on. So far it's moving freely, and the only thing I can think of right now is this guy here, because this is the only thing that connects. I can feel some, dragging of when I turn this guy here, but I seen worse already that this one, it doesn't even move. Right now it's moving because, well, I told you earlier that it's not that bad when you move the shifter, and it's just that it's kind of sticky when you move, but I can feel it in here too. This one should move smoothly, like right now. I can, I don't know if it will pick up on the video camera. You can hear that squeaking inside this thing here. So I think this is our problem here, because I don't think we have a problem on the transmission side, because I can move this freely, right? Because sometimes this one moves freely, but this guy is so hard to move, right? So that can cause your hard to move shifter from park to drive. So I think we need this guy here, the shifter cable. Let's see if the customer will go ahead, and we'll see from there. Okay, so for the starting issue, as for the visual inspection right now is, I can see our negative cable has some corrosion, right? So let me zoom in there a little bit. So we have some corrosion there in our negative terminal post, the battery. So I'll just do a quick battery test and see. Okay, so it says there, good battery as of now. Now, I'm gonna try to hook up our testing equipment to see some voltage drop between this guy and our ground here, and our battery too. So let me set that up, and let's see if we can find something in there. So we got two leads that we're using. This yellow one is on our positive terminal on our battery. We have common ground. We're going to use a common ground for this, and that's going to our negative post of the battery. And the other channel is going to be on our negative, on our ground side of the body itself. So let's go inside the car and Let's monitor this voltages if we can find something, right? So right now we're set up. We're set up right now, right? So the top one, that's gonna be our battery post, and then this one is gonna be our negative post going to that body ground, right? So I'm just gonna crank this. Right now it's reading 12.7 on our battery. I'm gonna crank it. So let's do one more time. Okay. Let me try to hold this if I can see our frames. So we're just gonna manipulating this, or not manipulating. We're just gonna scan through there. Okay, so we have this first column here, first drop. Okay, this is gonna be an awkward position here. Okay, I'm gonna press this guy here. No. Is it not moving now? Oi. So I'm gonna move this guy here. It's not the right one. Okay, here. So I'm gonna move this cursor. As you can see there, that drop there on our during cranking voltage has 9.2, which is acceptable. All right. Usually they say that if it's below, I think 8 or 8.5, that's the time that the batteries cannot handle the cranking load, right? So, and as I can see here too, on our bottom one, that's like lined up in there, that is just reading 219 millivolts, right? So I don't think I'm concerned with the ground side, but I'm concerned with that corrosion in there on that battery post. I think I'm just gonna recommend a customer for that non-starting issue to clean that battery terminal and do that shifter cable if he's gonna go ahead with the job. But for that code that we have for the ECM error or something like that, I think I have to ask for more information when that, because it's saying here the traction light turns on, right? So you're gonna see if when does that happen. It's just during starting or while driving. So yeah, that's about it. Hey guys, so before I'm ready to go home, so the customer said that okay, do the cleaning of the battery. I just want his permission and to clear the code. So I cleared the code, and now I think we duplicate the problem with the customer. We got the traction light on, our RPM has nothing in there, right? But on our scan tool, it's reading 1000 RPM. Let me try to rev this. If it doesn't change, okay, it changes. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go through our DTC. And we got a crankshaft position sensor, circuit A. At least now, I'm for sure this code can make the no start, right? So let me just go a quick data here, and then after that we're just gonna try to turn it off and then restart it. And if we can find anything today, We're gonna do it next day, tomorrow morning, because it's already 5 o'clock, 5:30. So I'm just gonna go grab that again, that actual engine speed. And what else do we need? Smells rich right now. I don't know, maybe it's because of the what do you call that, crankshaft position sensor. Right now it's reading rich there. What else do we have here? We just want to check our fuel pressure. Alright. So far our cam desired and actual intake and exhaust are matching, and we just try to give the changes. Okay, doesn't do anything there. Maybe it's because of the crankshaft code. Okay, so let's graph this, and let me turn off the vehicle, and let's try starting the car again. Now it started, no problem. Now we got our PM now there. And earlier, I don't think that was 1000 RPM, because that was an idle. Maybe that's a substitute value from the computer. Let's try again one more. So right now it's starting, no problem now. The only thing I did was remove the battery. Okay, I want to make it happen. No? I don't know, all these dropouts there, you see there. Okay, so it's starting, no problem. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna let it sit for overnight again, because the vehicle is gonna stay here. And I guess tomorrow I'm gonna monitor those sensors. I'm gonna use our scope. At least there it's gonna record, and we will see what's happening in there.